Hello everybody, welcome to another lesson of Eureka Math. Today we're working on page 148. We're working on the very bottom problem sets, 3A, 3B, all the way to 3H. Remember, we're working with finding common denominators because we cannot add if we do not have common denominators, same denominators. Remember, if they are not the same, it's like trying to add bananas and an apple. They are not the same fruit, and we cannot do it. So we need to make the same type of fruit here, same common denominators here. All right, let's work with this first one, 3/4 and 2/8. So I am going to make a tape diagram of each one so that we can see how we're making common denominators, and I'm going to use a multiplication sense to show you how multiplication plays a part in finding common denominators. So let's make 3/4. Remember, when we make these tape diagrams, make sure that they are the same lengths. So I'm going to make this tape diagram 3/4. And I'm going to write 3/4 off to the side here in black. Actually, I'm going to make some more space. There we go. And I'm going to write 3/4. Okay. And then I'm going to make 2/8. Now, make sure that you're making the tape diagram the same length because we want to make common denominators here. And I'm going to make this into 8ths. So I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to cut it in 4ths, and I'm going to cut the 4ths in half. And I'm going to make 2/8 out of this. All right? And I'm going to put, you guessed it, 2/8. I'm going to make 2/8 as a multiplication sentence. If we have to, we might not. Okay? Okay, so you should see which fraction are we going to multiply to get a common denominator. You should see that we have 4ths and we have 8ths. You should see that we should change these 4ths into 8ths. To do that, all we're going to do is multiply by 2 to make 8ths. So now I have 6/8. We do not need to do anything here. So on the tape diagram, I'm going to cut each of them in half. So now we have common denominators. So now I am going to add them. We got 6/8 now. So I'm going to add 6/8 plus 2/8, and that equals 8/8, or a whole. Nice. Okay, perfect. Let's do B together. Now, remember, if you don't need the tape diagram to show you the model, you don't need to do it. You can use multiplication to help you to find common denominators. But for B, I'm going to make the tape diagram just to kind of show you yet again why we multiply to make common denominators. So I'm going to make 1/2. I am then going to make 4/6. I am going to make 4/6. Now make sure the tape diagram is relatively the same. I'm cutting in half, and I'm going to cut this into 1/3. And we're going to make 4/6. Okay. I'm going to make 1/2 here. I'm going to make that multiplication sense. And I'm going to do the same thing for 4/6, because I'm not sure which one I have to multiply yet. You know what? I kind of figuring it out already. We have to change the 2 to a 6. And to do that, we can multiply by 3. to make it a sixth. So now that 1/2 changes to 3/6. So I don't have to do anything to the 4/6. Nope. Now on my tape diagram, I'm going to cut them into thirds. So now I have sixths. And look at this equals 3/6. Nice. So now I'm just going to add 3/6 plus 4/6 to get 7/6. Okay. However, though, they also said that they want us to make mixed numbers, if possible, from our answers. So we got to make this a mixed number. So I have 6/6, which is a whole. And I have 1/6 left over, so this is going to equal 1 whole and 1/6. Boom. All right, answer's done. All right. From now on, I'm not going to make any tape diagrams. I'm just going to solve this using multiplication in order for me to change the fraction to make common denominators. So if you still want to make tape diagrams to see that visual, you can. I'm no longer going to do it because it's taking a lot of space and it's a lot of time. So I'm just going to make multiplication sentences to create common denominators. I have 2/3 here, and I have 4/6. And I can easily see that I'm going to have to make this third into sixths. Well, how do I do that? Well, I am going to multiply by 2 to do it. Boom. And now my answer's changed. Now my fraction is from 2/3, and now it is now it's 4/6. Okay? And now I got to add 4/6 plus the 4/6 here. So now I'm going to add these two, and I'm going to get 8/6. And now I got to make a mixed number out of this fraction greater than 1. So let's take out 6/6, the whole, because this 6 is telling me that's the whole. Boom. And I have 2/6 left over. So my answer here is 1 whole and 2/6. All right. Cool. Go on, do the rest here, and what I'll do is I'll put down the answers so that you can check your work. Make sure that you finish out each problem, look for common denominators to make, and you will and check your answers. Make sure you check your answers and do the work. Okay, for 8/10 plus 3/5, I can see that these fifths, they're going to have to turn to tenths. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to multiply by 2. So I'm going to get 6/10. And now I just have to add the 8/10. Right? We got it. We can't forget it. We're adding it. And that's going to equal 14/10. But this is a fraction greater than 1, so I need to make this fraction greater than 1 a mixed number, and I am going to take 10/10 out. I have 4/10 left, and this equals 1 whole and 4/10. Boom. All right. Cool. Excellent work. All right, for E, I can see that this 4, I'm going to have to make that, I'm going to turn that into an 1/8. Okay, so I'm going to take 3/4, and I'm going to multiply it by 2 to make 8s. So I have 6/8 here. Don't forget to add the 5/8, because now we have common denominators. Now we can add, and I'll have 11/8. Okay, we got to make this a mixed numbers, fraction greater than 1. I'm going to take the 8/8 out, the whole. What do we have left over? We have 3/8, perfect, and our mixed number is 1 and 3/8. All right. I think we're done. I think if you have extra time during this small group rotation, do F, G, and H, and make mixed numbers if you need to. And have a great day in math. We're learning a lot here, making tape diagrams, making common denominators, and using multiplication sentences to help us solve and to find the fractions greater than 1 and make them mixed numbers. Great job.